In the bustling streets of Tokyo, where neon lights illuminate the night and fashion reigns supreme, there lived two women whose lives couldn't help but parallel the very colors they adored. Pink Tanaka, a model with a penchant for lace, leather, and an unapologetic obsession with the color black, was a contradiction in herself. Her name might suggest pastel sweetness, but her wardrobe was a world of moody shadows, a monochrome manifesto. She was the vibrant Goth, a poet in black lipstick and knee-high boots who shamelessly spent her evenings penning scandalous fan fiction that could make even the bold blush. Then there was Black Mori, a photographer with a reputation that preceded her. Confident as the click of her camera, Black knew exactly who she was. A bold advocate for structure, boundaries, and the color pink. Flaming hot pink, pastel blush, bubblegum, neon fuchsia, her devotion to the shade bordered obsessive. Her apartment was a shrine where furniture, frames, and even her coffee cups paid homage to pink. People who dared to cross boundaries with her were quickly reminded that while she loved pink, her confidence was resolutely steely. Their worlds collided in an unexpected swirl of fate. Black had been called in to shoot a high-profile fashion campaign, touted to be one of the biggest of the season. The campaign, a sensual celebration of monochrome contrast, and who was the face of this campaign? None other than Pink. Her dark aesthetic made her a natural fit for the vision. She waltzed into the studio with a vibe so dramatic it could rival a thunderstorm. Their first meeting wasn't exactly the stuff of romance novels. Pink strutted onto the set dressed in a flowing black mesh dress, complete with spiked heels and a devilish smirk. Black, standing behind her camera, clad in pink trousers and an oversized bubblegum pink blazer, raised an eyebrow as she watched Pink's theatrics unfold. "You're the model?" Black asked, adjusting the settings on her camera without sparing a proper look at Pink. Pink tilted her head, flashing a grin. "Last I checked, that's what I'm getting paid for. You might want to aim higher. I'm working all my best angles for you." Black snorted softly, unimpressed by the cheek. "The only thing I aim for is perfection. Try to keep up," she quipped back. The studio buzzed with humming lights and chatter as the shoot carried on. Black's directions were sharp, curt, unwavering. Pink reveled in the thrill of playing cat and mouse, occasionally leaning just inches closer to chaos, a mischievous glance, an exaggerated pose. Black snapped away, incorporating her quirks into every frame, but refusing to let her game-playing derail the session. It was only after an unexpected pause, the assistant director misplacing a roll of film, that conversation between the two wandered into something unexpectedly personal. Black mentioned her love for photography as a form of storytelling. Pink responded by admitting her lesser-known hobby, writing fan fiction so unfiltered, it made her blush just talking about it. "You write smut?" Black asked, lowering her camera with a smirk. Pink shrugged, looking unapologetic. "Professionally, no. Passionately, absolutely." Then, tipping her chin up, teasing, "Would you like to star in one of them?" "You're brave. I'll give you that much," Black replied, the compliment sliding in smoothly beneath a layer of sarcasm. It was a moment, small enough to be swept away in the chaos of a fashion shoot, but significant enough to stay etched in their minds, a connection born amid clashing tones of personality and style. Over weeks and months, through a series of coincidental encounters at events and mutual opportunities, their lives began to intertwine. Pink's impish sense of humor started drawing out sparks of amusement from Black, while Black's no-nonsense groundedness became an inadvertent anchor for Pink's whirlwind-like approach to life. A miscommunication about a meeting had them waiting for each other at opposite sides of Shibuya Crossing, leading to a hilariously exaggerated game of who can spot who in the crowd first. Their shared adventures began with the mundane, but soon spiraled into moments worthy of one of Pink's fictional tales. A controversial shoot in an abandoned carnival led to Pink losing her phone down the Ferris wheel tracks, and Black swooping in with quick thinking to retrieve it. But their bond wasn't always smooth sailing. Pink's carefree attitude sometimes clashed with Black's obsession with structure and rules. A heated debate once erupted over whether Pink's fantastical imagination could overshadow practical limits. It ended with Pink stomping away in her boots, only to return hours later with freshly written apologies at the bottom of a script she teased turning into her next story. Through all the chaos, though, they formed a partnership that felt less like a mirror and more like puzzle pieces clicking into place. Each brought something the other lacked. Black gave Pink stability, Pink gave Black freedom, and together they built something uniquely theirs. When they finally moved in together, their apartment became a comical cultural blend. The couch was pink with black cushions, the curtains black with pink scalloped edges. They hung Black's photography neatly between random shelves cluttered with Pink's Gothic poetry collections and fanfic notebooks. It was chaotic, charming, and strangely perfect, an ode to their differences and shared love. As they navigated life as a pair, they also supported each other through professional highs and lows. When Pink doubted herself during a lull in modeling gigs, Black reminded her that creativity doesn't conform to schedules and encouraged her to explore publishing her stories. When Black hesitated over a risky photography venture, documenting nightlife scenes in Tokyo, Pink egged her on, throwing suggestions about the kind of dramatic, shadow-filled shots that only Black and her intrinsic pink boldness could pull off. Their relationship wasn't without challenges, of course. Disagreements flared, insecurities were confronted, and compromises were made. But they grew as individuals and as a couple, learning to respect each other's quirks while embracing vulnerability. In time, their odd love story caught gentle attention outside their circle. Pink's fanfiction saw moderate success online, adored for its cheeky humor and impossible romance plots. Meanwhile, one of Black's collaborative projects, featuring portraits that juxtaposed neon colors against Tokyo's urban nightscape, was featured in a prestigious gallery, earning acclaim. They celebrated those victories in their own unconventional way. Champagne glasses holding milkshakes with pink and black striped straws, clinking glasses amid laughter. Pink joked about writing their love story into her next fanfic, while Black dryly replied she'd photograph it for the book cover. It wasn't just love, it was a partnership. They helped each other grow, stood close through struggles, and celebrated together on sunny days. Their story wasn't seamless or flawless, but that was its beauty. As the years rolled on, Pink and Black found balance, not between their colors, but between their souls. And as they sat on their apartment balcony one warm evening, overlooking the city that had originally brought them together, Pink held up 2 notebooks, one with her wildest fanfiction and one with ideas for their life ahead. Black smirked knowingly, sipping her tea. "Whatever ridiculous plot you just wrote," Black quipped, "I'm in." Pink, leaning closer with the smugness of someone deeply loved, whispered, "Good, because now I know what happily ever after really looks like."